No,
I was wondering what the quickest way to die is.
no, don't say that, sir.
What's the quickest way?
I wouldn't be able to answer that question. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Can
What's
you get
going
your
on?
manager?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hang on the line for just a minute for me?
Yeah. I'm a nervous wreck right now, please.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on. What are you going through right now?
I've been getting bullied for the past few months, and I just felt like it was time to kill myself and everything. I just had an awful day today. My girlfriend broke up with me, and these guys were bullying me and just.
I know things are rough, but don't you even think about taking your life. It's not gonna make anything change. It's not gonna make things better. It's not the right answer. I've been going through a pretty rough bout myself. My mother-in-law literally just passed away here on Saturday. So I'm no stranger to having problems myself. You know, relationship problems can be really emotional sometimes.
Yeah, ours was. We've been going out for quite a while, and she just left me like that
Yeah, about how long you guys been going out?
for like about since last year.
Yeah.
And I told her all my most inner secrets. I want to kill her.
No, don't say
I gotta
like
kill that bitch.
No.
I have
Sometimes
to.
things like this happen. It's not something that you're gonna feel a whole lot different about it this time tomorrow. I guarantee you.
No, I've been
People are
getting
giving you a
bullied.
hard time.
I just feel like it's not even worth it anymore. I want to kill them all.
No, don't say things like that.
I want them to have the
People gave
pleasure
you.
of living.
So what are these people giving you a hard time about?
They said that I'm fat and ugly, and I'm not.
Yeah, well, if you're not, then why are you worried about it? People are
Cause
mean. Some people, they say things, and you know what? The best thing to do is just tune them out
people
and not give them
believe them.
satisfaction.
Everyone around them laughs.
And you know what? Things always look bad when you feel bad.
I feel awful
People
right
say
now.
things. Yeah, I know. It hurts. Sometimes life can be really tough. You know, there are a lot of mean people out there, but there's just as many good people out there.
I loved her.
You know? And you know what? Even if she does decide to leave and end this relationship, there were good times in it, weren't there? I mean, there was a reason you guys were together.
Yeah.
You know? But one of the things that we always have to learn in this life, you can't control other people. And if somebody else is deciding to be out of the relationship, the best that you can do is do what you can to try and tell them you want to be in their life. And if they don't want to be there, then you can't force that on them. You don't want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with you.
She had the most beautiful eyes.
You know,
The
tell me about it.
bullies, they turned her against me.
It's going to be all right.
They all turned against me.
Well, not everyone turns against you. Sometimes it just feels that way.
Even the teacher joined in. The teacher joined in and helped them. It was crazy.
Terrible people out there. I hear that.
I want to get him fired.
Well, you know what? Things like that are inappropriate, and it's something definitely worth mentioning, taking an issue up with their supervisor. But if the teacher's jumping in on things like that, then you need to go ahead and make sure that somebody's in charge knows about it.
It's just
I
crazy.
can't say that you're going to get somebody fired, but they certainly should be held accountable for their actions.
Why would a teacher ever say those things to me?
I don't know. That's terrible.
He said I'm the worst student he's ever had in all of his 20 years of teaching. All the bullies were laughing.
so sorry. That's terrible.
It's ruined my life. I can't go back.
You know, maybe you should just take some time then.
I should
Maybe
what?
don't go back. Just take some time. Maybe don't go back right away. But doing something rash right now is not going to be an answer.
I'm not. I don't wanna have to go through all of this. I don't wanna see them.
I know things like this can be really difficult, especially having to deal with the aftermath of things, especially when people are being particularly nasty.
They're all atheists or something, and they call me like they call me Christian kid or something. They bully me because I'm Christian.
And that's not right. People making fun of you for no reason at all at this point. You don't listen to them, okay?
I have. It's hard to tone them out. When I tone them out, they just like they like tap on my shoulders or throw stuff at me.
And where is this happening? Is this happening at school?
Yeah.
You know, one of the best things you can do is probably go speak to the staff about this and see if there's a counselor that you can talk to.
I told them. I told the bullies that I would tell the counselor about it all, and they said nothing would happen to them.
The counselor did?
No, the kid did.
Well, don't worry about what the kid's saying. Of course, he's going to try and dissuade you. Something like this, if it's an ongoing issue, especially making you feel this way, you need to make sure that you talk to a counselor or the principal or the dean of students about this. This is a priority issue for the staff, and these are things that they need to be addressing. There's absolutely no reason that you need to be put in a situation where you feel like this is school.
I do. I don't want to go back. I don't. I can't learn in that environment.
Look, I'll tell you what you should do. Are your parents around?
Yes.
You should have them call the school board and tell them that you exactly what you're telling me. You can't go back until this issue is dealt with, and set up a meeting to talk with the dean about this.
My dad said that he was going to show up at the school and bust some heads if I ever came home and told him that I was bullied. He said he was going to go there and kill them.
Well, I don't approve of any actual violence taking place, but your father should go with you to the school. Like I say, have a meeting with the dean and make sure this issue gets taken care of, because this is a serious issue. Bullying is not something that can be taken lightly. It's not something that you just make fun of on TV and cartoon shows. It's a real serious psychological problem.
It is. I've been getting bullied all my life, and I found this girl. I love her. I did love her, but she just left me for the bullies.
Well, maybe she's not worth having in your life overall. It's a hard lesson to learn sometimes, but I've known a few people that have taken their lives over similar issues. You wouldn't believe the amount of people it affects. It's over things that probably could have been changed or dealt with just by talking to people about it.
What happened to the people who did it? Did they get away with it?
No, and they hope it's not an answer for anybody. People being bullied.
What happened to the bullies?
I don't know that anything did exactly happen to them. I know that they probably felt guilty, but
they don't feel guilt.
People take the thing is, if you were to take your life over this issue, there's no way that anybody's going to know why you took your life over this issue, or know that it was because of bullies, unless you take the issue to people that can make a difference. And I'm sorry that teacher didn't do the right thing and actually did a really terrible thing. That should never have happened, and that's why this issue needs to be brought up to the faculty attention. Not just for the bullies, but for the teacher that's not standing up for you.
Yeah, I told him all about it, and he just laughed at me.
That's inappropriate. extremely inappropriate.
I might go in. I want to go in there and just kill them all.
No, you don't want to do that.
I might just kill myself right now.
No.
My dad has a gun.
What you doing right now? Are you just sitting at home?
Yeah, my dad has a gun.
Well, don't use it. Don't you think about grabbing it, okay?
I'm looking around for it.
Do me a favor. Why don't you go grab a piece of paper and a pencil?
Okay?
Here's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you write a list out of things that I want you to do tonight.
Okay.
The first item is I need you to get a hold of your parents, and I need you to talk to them like you're talking to me right now. You tell them exactly how you feel. Tell them you feel like ending your life.
Yeah.
Tell them what you feel and why. About the bullies, about the teachers. Tell them everything, okay?
That never helped though.
Your parents never home?
Yeah, my dad's a drunk and he's the only one who's home.
Okay. Well, then here's what I want you to do for your second step. I want you to look up the information for your school, how to get a hold of the dean of students, and how to get a hold of the principal. Now, when you look up your school, you just go to Google, type in your school address and your contact information, and I'm going to need you to find the phone numbers to your school.
Okay.
You're going to write those numbers down on a piece of paper, and the first thing you're going to do in the morning is you're going to call that number up to the school and explain to them why you're not coming in today, and that you need to have a meeting with the dean of students.
Okay, can you call them?
So you're going to write down the information to get a hold of the school dean, write his name down or her name down.
I can't do that. They'll never believe me. I'll get in trouble.
They will, but you have to try. Because if you don't try, how are you ever going to know before you do something you regret?
I gotta find the gun.
No.
I gotta find it.
No, but explain to me more about this situation. What's making you really want to hurt them? I mean, getting even with them or hurting them is not going to make you feel better.
It will.
It's not going to make... No, but going back to school then is ultimately the goal.
I'm gonna kill them all.
I mean, no, you don't want to do that. I know sometimes it may feel that way to try and make somebody hurt because they've hurt you. But ultimately when that happens, if you do hurt somebody because they've hurt you, it doesn't make that feeling go away. The reason why you feel like you want to hurt someone is that you feel like maybe it'll help lessen the pain. And I'm telling
so you mean that I should kill myself?
No.
I found the gun.
No. You don't want to do that.
I found it.
Who else do you know in your family that you can get a hold of tonight?
I've got a little brother.
Yeah? Where's he at?
He's in his room sleeping.
Can you wake him up for me?
No.
But you wouldn't even want to say goodbye?
No. He doesn't need to know. He doesn't need to know about this.
He does need to know about this.
He doesn't. I'm gonna kill myself right now.
Here's the thing. Don't do it. It affects everyone. You may not think it, but it hurts and affects everyone. And it hurts the people that you're not trying to hurt. And it's not going to do anything to the bullies. It's not going to stop anything. What you need to do is you need to go ahead and talk to the school about this, talk to the counselors about this. Maybe consider getting moved to a different school.
I'm gonna write it out. I'm gonna write out their names and what they did to me. And then I'm gonna kill myself.
No, don't you do that.
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now.
No, put it away. Stop and just talk to me. Just talk to me. What's your name?
Bruce.
Bruce? What's your last name, Bruce?
Montgomery.
Montgomery. And where are you at? Where do you live? I mean, my name's Matt. Just so you know who I am. My name's Matthew Brand. I live in Springfield, Oregon.
I'm in Washington. I'm in Seattle, Washington.
Seattle? Hey, I know Seattle. I used to move up there. Well, not in Seattle. I lived in Bremerton, West Bremerton, for a little while. It's a little
I think I've
wet
been
there
there.
on the other side. Yeah, on the other side of Puget Sound.
Yeah, they had the best food. It was cold though.
Yeah, Bremerton wasn't the greatest of places for me, but it was all right. We had a little home up there that we lived in for a while. But Bruce, what grade are you in?
7th.
7th.
Yeah.
That means you're probably what, about 12, 13 years old?
Yeah, I'm 13.
13. This is a very turbulent time in your life, Bruce. I'm going to tell you this. You're growing and you're changing, and no matter what anybody says about you is not true. Anybody makes fun of you, makes fun of the way you look, because they're insecure. You're at a point where things are growing and changing so fast, you don't even understand it. Neither do these bullies. They don't even understand. It's not an excuse for what they're doing or saying, and I don't want you to feel like they have a right to say what they're saying. But I'm telling you that this is a point in time where things are very confusing for you, and this is a time where emotions are extremely high. You're going to feel things you've never felt before, and it's really hard to categorize these things.
They call me retarded and stuff
But you're not, Bruce.
because I talk so low.
Hey, you wouldn't be on the phone with me right now if that were true. Hey,
Why? Why not?
We're having a very normal conversation, a very intelligent conversation. I understand you, you understand me.
This is a better conversation.
Hey, if you were, would you be on the phone with me, reaching out for somebody?
Maybe.
Ruth, there's many things to live for in this world. You're 13 years old, and I'm telling you, you haven't even experienced a fraction of the goodness in this world.
There is no goodness in this world. There's just hatred.
There is. No, there isn't.
Can't go on.
Trust me, you're in such a small, contained atmosphere. By going to school, your whole world revolves around these small location and isolated groups of people. There's an entire world outside of this classroom for you. There's endless possibilities. Even for a 13-year-old, there's endless possibilities.
I'm a retard.
You're not, though.
Just need to die. I'm retarded.
No, there's no reason to
Should I really carry the burden for the rest of my life?
But what burden would you be?
I'm retarded.
You're not retarded.
It's too late for me.
How? How is it too late for you?
It's just too late.
No, Bruce. The world is right in front of you. The world is at your doorstep here. You don't listen to these bullies and these kids.
They call me retarded every day when I go to school. I go in there and I try to ignore them, and they throw stuff at me.
You know what, though, Bruce? I'm going to let you in on a little secret here that I've learned over many years of my life. Bullies, people that are angry and upset and like to make fun of other people, they don't do these things just because that's who they are or what they're doing. They're bullies. There is no such thing as a natural-born bully. What it is, and what it always will be, is they're projecting their own insecurities onto other people. When somebody says, you look so-and-so, or you're dumb, it's not because they think you're actually dumb. Most of the time, it's because they're insecure about whether other people think they're dumb. And it's easier to attack somebody else to take the attention off of themselves. Bullies like to do this all the time. It's not because they actually think that you're retarded or look a certain way. It's because they worry that people think that about them. And instead of letting other people worry about that, they try and draw the attention off themselves. People will always project their own issues onto others.
Just
If I come home from work upset and angry, and I take it out on somebody, it's not their fault. It's my fault for being angry and me taking it out on them. There's nothing wrong with you, Bruce. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with you.
sometimes I forget to breathe and it's just awful. I don't want to live anymore.
I know it can feel really hard sometimes, especially not having a very supportive home life. It makes things really difficult.
I just don't like living. Sometimes I just can't breathe.
You know what, though? Things
I
will
feel like
get
I'm
better.
drowning.
Things are going to get so much better for you. Every day that goes by, the older you get, things will get easier. And this is for sure a difficult time in your life. No doubt about it.
I can't.
And
Can't wait.
I'm not saying that these things are to be taken lightly or that what you're saying and you're telling me are not true, but I'm telling you that a lot of the things that you're feeling are misunderstood.
Sir,
There's no reason to take any action. And don't be hard on yourself. The only thing that you need to worry about in this world is what you tell yourself and who you are to yourself. One thing that people often forget is the biggest, strongest supporter you have is your own consciousness. Don't listen to these bullies, because they're not right. I mean, who are they? If somebody's calling you and constantly harassing you, they're obviously not somebody you need to trust or listen to. Their opinions are worth dog poop. Doesn't matter what they say. They can say that about anything or anybody. Doesn't mean they're right. Just means they're mean and they're full of anger.
sir, every day when I get home, I put bags over my head. And I just tear them off. I just can't do it. Like I take a Walmart bag and I just try to kill myself with it.
That's not cool, Bruce. You'd be denying the world the greatness that you'll become, I guarantee.
You said I'm not cool? Did you just say I'm not cool?
I said putting the bag over your head's not cool.
I'm gonna kill myself right now. You don't understand me.
Bruce.
Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Putting bags over your head?
It's not cool. You don't understand me. I feel guilty about that. Yeah,
I was doing